Good morning once again. It is my pleasure to introduce these 6 alumni who were honorably serving their country in the Vietnam and who were unfortunately killed in action for the sake of our freedoms here at home. I will be introducing these 6 alumni from the various classes of the 1960s. I will read their name, what branch of the armed forces they served, and their class. First up, Hugo Bocanegra, who served in the U.S. Marine Corps. He was class of 1965. Hugo was a varsity swimmer. Hugo was killed in Vietnam on July 31st, 1967. Let's give it up for Hugo Bocanegra. Next up, James Eisman, who served in the U.S. Army. He was from the class of 1964. He was one of Pi High's greatest thespians. He starred in many productions, including Harvey and The Diary of Anne Frank. He was the varsity baseball pitcher, member of the cross-country team, and the drama club president. After graduating, he received a role in the movie A Trip to Eternity, co-starring Kathy Lynn Quinn. Eisman was killed in Vietnam on January 19, 1969. Let's give it up for James Eisman. Followed by Dennis Fuller, who served in the U.S. Army. He was from the class of 1966. He was a varsity yell leader and varsity water polo player. After graduating, he attended Rio Hondo College. Dennis was reported missing in action on January 19, 1968. It was later discovered that he had been killed by enemy murders. Let's give it up for Dennis Fuller. Next up, we have Danny Rundle, who served in the tragically killed by enemy gunfire during his second mission. He had been in Vietnam for only 11 weeks. Let's give it up for Danny Rundle. We also have Mike Thurkettle, who served in the U.S. Navy. He was from the class of 1964. He graduated in 1964. Mike was an ASB president and was also on the varsity football team. He is remembered most for writing a speech entitled "The Task at Hand" after the assassination of President Kennedy. November 26, 1967, a sniper's bullet found its mark on Thurkettle while he served as a medic for the Marines. Let's give it up for Mike Thurkettle. And last but not least, we have Pedro Hernandez, who served in the U.S. Marine Corps and is from the class of 1966. And today we actually have some family members of Pedro's here with us, and I would like to introduce them. We have Catalina, who is his sister, and if she can wave to us. We have Lorraine, who is Pedro's niece. And we also have Ernest, who is his great-nephew. Pedro Hernandez graduated in 1966. Pedro was killed on February 2, 1968, after receiving gunshots to the head and body while on patrol. He earned the Purple Heart due to being wounded by stray shrapnel. Let's give it up for Pedro Hernandez. Today we will be honoring our Pioneer High School staff members who have honorably served their country. Please stand when your name is called to be recognized. Gilbert Angelo, maintenance, who could not be here today. Mr. Angelo served in the Army Reserve for 6 years from 1982 to 1988. He comes from a military family, and his father even stormed the beaches of Normandy on June 6, 1944, on D-Day during World War II. Let's give it up for Gilbert Angelo. Frank Canals, security. Mr. Canals, aka Grandpa, served in the Army from September 1st, 1950, July 3rd to 1952.
He is a proud Korean War veteran and valued staff member at Pioneer High School. Another round of applause for Grandpa.
John O'Brien, who is a teacher. Mr. O'Brien served as an Army field medic from 1984 to 1986. His unit guarded the last surviving Nazi war criminal, Rudolf Hess, in Spandau prison. Mr. O'Brien's unit also patrolled the Berlin Wall to aid people trying to escape from East Germany during the Cold War. We are lucky to have him on our PHS staff and thank him for his service.
Next, Damian Torres. Teacher Mr. Torres served his country from 1998 to 2004 as a member of the Army Reserve, deployed to Bosnia for 9 months in 1999 and Iraq in 2003 for 1 year. We thank Mr. Torres for his 7 years of service and are glad to honor him today.
And next up we have Richard Montoya, who is an instructional aide. Richard served in the Navy from 1971 to 1974 in the Vietnam War. Proud of our staff member and thank him for his service. Today, we are also honoring alumni members who have honorably served their country. We have hundreds of alumni who have served in every single branch throughout the 50-plus years of Pioneer High School's existence. So today, we do have one alumni present with us. A lot of them could not make it today, but they did share their sentiment and their excitement for us having this Veterans ceremony. And Angel will be introducing our one alumni.
Mario Rodriguez, class of 2004. Mario has been enlisted in the Navy for 7 years now. Since 2005, as a gunner's mate, he is qualified as an enlisted surface warfare specialist and an enlisted aviation war specialist. He has also deployed to the Middle East area twice in 2007 and 2008. He has also deployed as a military police on humanitarian missions to the Southeast Asia region in 2010 and 2012. Mario has been to over 14 different countries throughout his career in the Navy. And he is also my brother. I love you.
We are honored to have awesome staff and alumni who have selflessly served their country so that we can reap the benefits of freedom. Let's give it up for the 6 alumni who were killed in action in Vietnam, our staff, and our alumni who served in the military. And now we can ask the staff, the alumni, and our representative from the Marine Corps to please head on over to the torch, where we will be lighting the torch in honor of the 6 Vietnam War students or alumni who were killed in action.
Here we go or not? You can, yeah. I'm videotaping the whole thing.
After the torch is lit, we have one more performance from our Titan Tones, and then we have our closing remarks.